Hello, everybody. It's me again. I do know that I haven't been active for a while, so seeing a video like this pop up on my channel while well, I've been inactive for months. Yeah, it's kind of shocking. I do want to apologize though for being very inactive. My life has kind of been hectic, and I haven't really had much time to upload anything. But besides that, though, I want to give my thoughts about the Roblox new verification update, in particular, age verification. If you guys don't know, you now need to submit a selfie or submit your own ID now in order to use either the text chat or voice chat. And I'm doing live gameplay, so I'm sorry if there's like background noises. I do apologize, but yeah, so now you need to use either a picture of yourself or identification, an ID, to be able to use text chat now, which is kind of sucky. Now, my personal thoughts on this update. I don't really care about it because I don't talk to anybody on Roblox. I am registered in the 21 plus age category, and I have a lot of criticisms about this update. Even though I don't talk to people much, I have a lot of criticisms about it and just overall feel like a certain way about it. Now, the only reason though, like why I don't care as much, like a little bit, as much as other people do, it's mainly because I just don't talk to anybody, including people who are around my age group. I personally prefer not to interact with them because sometimes, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. The people around my age group on Roblox sometimes are extremely weird, and I'm not gonna lie, I just don't feel comfy talking with them sometimes. And I feel about that way with like almost every age group. So like for me personally, if I could, I would prefer to just rather mute everybody around me. But besides that, I want to talk about how poorly managed this update is though. Because even though I don't really care about it, oh boy, have I've already seen a couple of things that make me go, why is this even happening? So if you guys want to know exactly like what I'm talking about, because of this age verification update, kids have been using their parents' ID to get around, the chat thingy. However, because of the fact that they use their parents' ID, they're stuck in the 21 plus category. So what that means is that you'll literally have like little kids, bro, like genuinely like little kids in 21, I mean not 21, but like talking to people who are above the age of 21. A good example I would say of something like I saw was that when I was playing catalog avatar creator, I usually like to go to the private servers because I like being alone. But I joined a public server to test it out, and like lo and behold, there were literally 12-year-old, like I don't even know. I don't even know what age they were, but all I can tell you though is that they definitely were clearly underage. And when I mean underage, bro, we're talking probably in like the one digits. And when I saw that, I immediately went, why is this happening? Because it was, sorry, I'm at a loss for words because it was so ridiculous. Because like it were literal children, bro, in this server. And the people I can only talk to now are supposed to be 21 and up. So the fact that I immediately joined a server where the first thing I hear is kids talking already kind of shows you that this age verification update is not working the way that Roblox has intended it to work. Not even joking. When I first heard that, I was like, are you serious right now? Because like, it was just absolutely ridiculous. The fact that the first thing I see once I join a public server is just pretty much children talking. And like I said, that just already shows just how terribly this update is already going. Um, One thing I want to say about this update for sure that I have personally noticed is that I am definitely noticing that there are a lot of kids just obviously using their parents' ID to get around this chat thingy. Because with my experience already with the thing that happened earlier in Catalog Avatar Creator, it's very clear. It genuinely is just very clear that a lot of the kids have already heavily bypassed um the censors and stuff like that, and all like the chat restrictions by using their parents' ID. And the fact that this isn't even working, and if anything, this update has been hurting everybody else, well, it's not really great, is all I can say. It's really not great. Like I said, I don't care about the update too much because I prefer not to talk to anybody. But the one thing I will say though is that the way they've been handling Roblox, at least has been handling all their updates, has been extremely poor. And so poor to the fact that I just heavily question just why they are doing this in the first place. Because the main reason why, like the reason why obviously they're doing all this is because Roblox, obviously, as we guys know, has a very massive problem with really bad actors on the platform. A very large problem with that. And because of that, well, they are choosing pretty much the most nuclear options to try and moderate their platform. All I can really say about it is that, like, Roblox, I want to say, is kind of in, like, a very... It's in a state right now where I don't even know if it would be considered cooked. I really want to say it might be cooked because of the fact of just how extreme Roblox has been taking all these actions. And I just don't know if like people are willing to do like the selfie and ID verification. Now, from what I keep seeing online, a lot of people have really been protesting this update because, let's be real, this update is very, very sucky. For at least like the average person. The average person, I would say, 110% really does not like this update, and for good reason too. If I had to use like obviously take a selfie, or even like just send in my ID to chat, I would be kind of upset too. I'm not gonna lie, not even kind of. I definitely would be decently upset because, like, if you guys don't know, if you don't do that, you can't even use text chat. You literally can't even use like text chat. So talking in chat, not gonna be able to do that. So it really is just a very unfortunate like situation because like now a lot of people, including me, are just like feel a bit mixed. Like, even though I don't care, I will admit I feel very mixed because, like, obviously, in my opinion, I think it's very sucky that you have to literally like turn in your identity to even chat on this game now, which is ridiculous. And here's the thing, the company that they're using, Persona, well, they've already had lawsuits against them claiming that they keep personal data longer than they should, or take personal data without people's consent. I know, like, in particular, I think it was like Uber drivers versus Persona, where they literally have been taking like their like facial scans and putting it in their database without consent. So all I can really say is that this update really is just very sucky, because one thing I haven't brought up is the fact that you if you verify your age and, like, let's say you get marked as like 13 years old, you're not going to be able to talk to a lot of different age groups, which honestly, I will say this, I think that's kind of a good thing. But at the exact same time too though, the way it's implemented is it's implemented like very poorly. It's a good thing in my opinion, but at the exact same time too, using AI moderation for that and the way it's implemented right now, to the point where people are literally selling accounts to like play with those certain age groups, if you ask me personally, that's a really big issue. That is a very big issue. Because what it does is that I think it allows really bad actors to get a hold of like the age groups they want to target very easily. And to me, that is obviously a very major red flag. And one of the big things I will also criticize is the fact that they are really using AI heavily here. They're using AI to heavily estimate your age, and it's not really great. It really isn't great, honestly, for anybody. I had a friend who's pretty much like my age, like 21 and stuff like that, and they did the selfie thing, and they got immediately marked as 13 years old. So that already tells you already that, honestly, the AI moderation just does not do its job. Or like the AI guessing, the phage estimation, well, guess what? It just doesn't do its job. Seriously, it really doesn't do its job. Because if it got a 21-year-old mixed up as a 13-year-old, and it's even getting like literal kids, like kids who are like around 12, mixed up as like 18-year-olds and stuff like that, well, that kind of already goes to show you how really bad this AI system really is. Yeah, it's terrible. To be honest, I don't know how to feel about Roblox at the moment. I really do enjoy playing Roblox though, right? I really do. But at the exact same time too, it's really sucky that they had to resort to this type of moderation. But the way they're doing it is just so piss poor that it's just kind of sad to see. Anyways, guys, that's about it for this video. I do have another one coming soon. I just kind of wanted to make this like quick video, and like it's not going to really have much heavy editing or anything like that, or any editing at all if I decide to do it. The only reason why I wanted to upload this is because I just genuinely want to talk about I just really want to talk about the current state of like this some Roblox stuff, and even age verification itself. We're living in like a really awkward time, I would say, in Roblox history, where now there's data pointing that Roblox might be dying. I'm not sure if it is, but I don't think it's dying. I didn't, but the videos I do see where they're saying like there's less people playing. If you ask me personally, I think it's just due to a lot of factors with Roblox now. Do I think the game's dying? No, but I do think there's honestly like a lot of factors coming into play now due to a lot of the changes Roblox has been introducing. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye!